Everybody, it's Father Sean for another episode of the Couch Chat, and you might realize that things just look a smidge different here for the Couch Chat. Trying something new, got some parishioner come forward with some ideas about maybe how to improve the Couch Chat, and the first thing is just sitting away from the wall. Who knew that could add some depth to it? Now, so there might be some more changes, maybe a little bit of ambiance, but basically the Couch Chat means the couch is part of my backdrop back here. So hey, you know, minor progress here and there in different places. So we're here on another episode of the Couch Chat. And speaking of kind of this, you might call it a set. It's really an office. Like my computer's right here. So you know, we'll call it a set though, because that sounds really professional. But you know, talking about building stuff, just want to give a little bit of updates on things that are happening around the parishes. So there's always things going on, and even as I look out this window that's right in front of me, the IC parking lot has recently been resealed. So that's a blessing to have, especially for anybody with rollerblades. Feel free to test those out. You know, make sure all the wheels are working properly. Also, as I'm recording this, just this past Saturday, the organ committee at Immaculate Conception did a little field trip. So we went down to Cincinnati to see a couple organs, to see an organ shop, and to see how a pipe organ is made. Totally fascinating, super exciting. So just to let you know, that project is still in the works. It's not a quick sort of thing at all to figure out what we need, what we want, what the budget is, all of those sorts of things. So, but we're still working on it. We're taking the next steps. We're walking through different doors. And I got to just tell you, we went to one Episcopalian church in Cincinnati that had an organ like in a similar location to where the organ at Immaculate Conception is. And it was a mechanical pipe organ, which there's a whole lot of what that actually means and to how it works. Oh my gosh, the sound was remarkable. It was just absolutely breathtaking. So even the person who was playing the organ, when he turned around to ask us what we thought, he said, I can see the smiles on all your faces. So that was brought a lot of hope and a lot of kind of excitement, at least for me. I think for everybody else it did as well. So the pipe organ at IC, we're still plugging along on that project slowly but surely. It's a long-term project, so we'll take it one step at a time. Also, as we're here in sort of the end of August, mid to late August, just wanted to give an update on the Faith Center at St. Joseph. The project has been sent out to bid to contractors, so they're working on their proposals. Hopefully we'll begin to hear those here in the coming weeks, and then we see where that is versus where we are financially. You know, we'd like to know what the project is before you send it out to bid, but that's just not the way things are, because with construction costs and all that. So we'll see where we are, and we'll basically go through from there. So we're again just taking this one step at a time. And then the last thing was just a couple updates at St. Lawrence. You know, St. Lawrence had some storm damage when the tornadoes came through. We're working with the insurance company to have some of those done. Some of them we need to go back and forth with kind of the insurance company and the contractors. You know, the roof at St. Lawrence on the church and the rectory is super nice. So we want to make sure that we don't reduce the quality of what we have there. So we're just working through all the dings and the gutters and downspouts and AC covers and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, we're just taking things a step at a time. And this is fresh on my mind, the buildings and stuff, as we're working on kind of uniting our Buildings and Grounds Committee, because it's so incredible to have one Buildings and Grounds Committee to be able to advise on what should be a priority, what's not working well, what really we need to invest in. So that's the plan. We're working on building that. We actually, on Sunday, this past Sunday, we took a field trip going to all four campuses, looking at all the different churches and the buildings and the grounds and kind of updating everybody. And so that's basically the plan, you know, is to make sure everything stays in working well. And if you've been paying attention also to the bulletin, we recently hired a facilities director. So Dominic Belgiovanni has been hired to oversee the day-to-day operations of our facilities, working with contractors, making sure T's are dotted, I's are crossed, and little things are happening, you know. And so kind of as we're trying to figure this out, so this is still a bit of a new thing, this Buildings and Grounds Committee for all four parishes. It's that Dominic, in his role as the facilities director, will keep an eye on day-to-day stuff and make sure, if something's leaking, it gets fixed, or if something's broken, it gets repaired, and all of those different things. And hopefully our Buildings and Grounds Committee can, one, keep another set of eyes on things for Dominic, so they can let him know, like, hey, we need to call somebody and get somebody in for this. But also to plan for the future, to kind of make recommendations about long-term projects in our parish. So that's all exciting. It's stuff we're still figuring out, but all of our buildings are in really quite good shape. There's little things here and there, but man, over the decades and the centuries, parishioners have done a great job keeping track. So as we keeping track of the buildings, making sure things are maintained, so even as we were going around from place to place, you could see the pride on everybody's face of like, these things are in pretty good order. Things are in pretty good shape. So we're grateful for all the work that our ancestors did, that the people who are watching this video did. So we'll keep working on the buildings and grounds. It's always exciting. It's always nice to have kind of fresh coats of paint and things getting upgraded and even maintenance things being taken care of. So Father Sean for another episode of the Couch Chat. We're just keeping on here in the Holy Face of Jesus Parish. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.